Hey everybody, welcome back to another LEGO video. Today we're taking a look at the super cool Mandalorian's N-1 Starfighter. Brand new set for 2020, released June 1st. It is set 75325 with 412 pieces. Ages 9+, and I think it retailed for 50 or 60. I can't remember now for some reason as I bought it, but really cool set. Definitely was looking forward to seeing the set put in LEGO form when I saw it in the Book of Boba Fett, which I feel like this should have been a debut ship for Mandalorian Season 3, but you know, all that aside, very cool ship, obviously built after the Naboo N-1 Starfighter, and I think it's actually really cool. I think a lot of people were a big fan of this. We were all wondering what Din Djarin was going to drive around now that his Razor Crest has been destroyed, and this is quite a cool ship with some very interesting modifications. I think it's also translates really well into a LEGO set. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box first, and then we'll get into the minifigures and the set itself. Okay, and checking out the box here, we have the the Book of Boba Fett art with the dark green and black greebling, and then Boba Fett and Fennec Shand in the corner. It looks really nice. Big picture of the N-1 Starfighter. You have all the characters here. Very cool. And then on the back, a nice scene picture with a couple of the play features that it offers. Taking a closer look at the minifigures now, and I must say it's pretty interesting to me that the dimmest minifigure in this box is Grogu. We will start with the Mandalorian though, and he is interesting for a couple of different reasons. Unfortunately, they still have not fixed the face printing. It is pushed down on the visor. It needs to be higher up, and it makes all of these Beskar Mandalorians look super duper derpy. It's very unfortunate, honestly, but in terms of his body, we see the same thing that we've seen now quite frequently, but as you can tell, hint hint, this is no longer a black-headed Mandalorian. This is straight up Din Djarin's face, and I think they actually did a really good job making him look like Pedro Pascal in Lego form. He doesn't come with hair, but that's okay because there's not really a time when you would want to display the Mandalorian with hair because he only takes off his helmet very briefly for a couple of scenes. But I do really appreciate that there is a face under there and it does look like the Mandalorian. It just gives a sense of like detail to the set that I'm really looking for, and I think they did a great job. He looks very cute. Love this double. And then we have Grogu here, and nothing new with him. Very small. I would love to see a costume change for him coming in Mandalorian Season 3 so that we don't get 20 million of these Baby Yodas, which we pretty much already have. He's still cute. I still love how tiny he is, but like we've gotten him a lot. Next we have Peli Motto, and I can't help but think of the Hello Moto commercial with her name, if any of y'all remember that. She comes with a wrench, and I really like her outfit. I think that her jumpsuit is quite accurate. I really like that the use of the 3D tool belt there. I think that is perfect. Curly hair I think is done pretty well, and I think her face matches also decently fine. There she is, and I feel like her face might be reused again. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that she actually is a really cool character, one I was not expecting to get in this set, and one that we probably won't get again unless we get her hanger or something, but like really cool. I love her a lot. And then finally, my favorite, this is the BD Droid. Initially in this show, I thought that this was BD1 from Jedi Fallen Order, but they very clearly let us know that it is a BD Droid, so same droid type, not BD1 the character. BD1, his original, I think he's more like cream and red, but I love this single stud mold. It's just somehow kind of old school to me, and I really like it. The printing and color is very minimal on this droid. Again, gives it me like an old school feel, and I really like it. But you can see the front there and the sides. He can fit something on his back if he needs to, and then he has a single stud on the bottom. There's the back of his head. The great thing about this droid is it opens the door to have a BD1 character made, because they made a whole new mold for this droid, so you gotta think that they're gonna reuse it at some point, hopefully. So those are the characters. I think it is a fantastic selection for this ship. Really cool. Couldn't have asked for anything better. Now taking a closer look at the Starfighter itself, and this dude is really long. It is deceptively long. I am not a big fan of the tail portion, I can tell you now, and the way that it's kind of skeletonized. I get the look, it's supposed to look kind of scrappy and used, but it just makes the ship really long. And I think that this ship is actually quite a bit bulkier than the original N-1 Starfighters that we have had in the past. I don't have a single one of them, unfortunately, so I can't compare. But as you can tell, we have a good amount of dark gray and light gray. I really, really like the detailing on the engines. They're very open looking, and they actually were quite fun to build. And they are pretty similar with some very slight differences there. The rounded nose looks pretty good. And then our two shooters, there is a flick fire missile that goes in the bottom here. I don't display my ships with flick fires because when adjusting them, they tend to fly out and it's very annoying, and I don't play with them, so I don't really have a need. That actually shoots off if you hit this main engine piece. So if you hit that, there we go. I actually really don't like the way this engine is done. It's super annoying to me the way it tilts back and forth. So if you want to display it properly, you kind of have to balance it and not touch it. And even then it looks just a little bit high to me. There is a storage unit right behind the engine in the form of this plate here. And you remove it and we have Din Djarin's jetpack. And the poorly made Darksaber that LEGO said they didn't have time to make a new one, but this has been the same one since 2010, so that's a lie. But nonetheless, there it is. I do like that they give you a place to store the accessories. I never complain when LEGO does that, because it's the worst thing ever when you get a ship and you have accessories that go with the character and then you have nowhere to store the accessories. So I always appreciate some sort of cargo hold for that. And then moving along, we have a little bit of color here, and then Din Djarin's cockpit, which I think looks pretty nice. I really like the back headrest on the seat. I think it makes it look kind of fancy. And he has no studs. He just has this leg piece that like keeps him in just by a little bit of pressure. And then there is a stickered piece there for the cockpit display. And Din Djarin sits very nicely inside. There we go. And he can lean back. It looks really nice. The cockpit will get stuck on this corner, but if you force it forward just a little bit, it will close all the way. I do like the nice enclosed looking cockpit. I think it looks pretty good. And then the clear, trans clear makes it very easy to be seen. And then in the back bubble where the astromech droid used to sit on the original model of this ship, we have a single stud for little baby Yoda or Grogu. And I also like how that's a hinge. And there we go. There's his little buddy flying behind him. We have a small engine in the back here, and then we go onto that skeletonized tail, which again, I'm not a huge fan of. I just really don't like it. I don't like how long it is. I don't like the way it looks. I do like, though, the engines on the back of the wings here. That blue piece is really nice. And again there. And then just taking a look at the underside of the ship. Pretty smooth. This piece is obnoxiously tan. But that's okay because you're never going to see it from the other side. So unless you're a super perfectionist, you're not really going to notice. Overall, the ship is very sturdy, very flyable, very playable. I think it is super duper fun. I think that this is definitely a set worth picking up. If you don't want to get all the Mandalorian sets or all the Book of Boba Fett sets that have come out, that's understandable. But this is really quite a cool one. And I think that they made a great decision reusing the N-1 Starfighter because it's a classic design that everybody has seen. I don't know if people really loved it until now, but if you didn't love it, you probably love it now. I thought that the way that they made the astromech spot an actual dome for Grogu was super, super clever. When I saw the scene in the Book of Boba Fett, I was like, there's no way they're going to do it. There's no way. There's no way. And I literally told myself that the whole episode, and they absolutely did everything I was hoping they would do. He even says wizard when he goes fast. So super cool. I personally like this ship much more than the Razor Crest. It's a lot more zippy. Of course, it's not a cargo ship, but the Mandalorian's kind of moved away from some of his bounty hunter ways. So anyways, guys, I think this is a fantastic set with some great minifigures, totally worth picking up for the price. You get a great ship, and then 4 awesome minifigures, or 2 minifigures and 2 small people. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching. Till next time, guys, I will see you later.